Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started here, I just want to say thank you for the tremendous amount of love that we have gained on Spider-Man Hobgoblins Revenge. Literally, I cannot express the amount of gratitude I have, and I don't think we would come this far without your love and support. So I really just want to say a huge thank you for that. So you guys might be wondering why I am doing this video all of a sudden right now. Well, it may not be a coincidence, but you still might be wondering. Well, today I am announcing the sequel to Spider-Man Hobgoblins Revenge, Spider-Man Beyond Negative. There are characters that are returning. Me reprising my role as Peter Parker / Spider-Man, Jordan Blum reprising his role as Ned Leeds, Max Heyman as Harry Osborn, Christian Hobbs as the Kingpin, and we have Adriana Clark replacing Lula Katz as MJ. And we also have some new characters. AJ Aquino is playing the antagonist, Mr. Negative. We also have two side villains, the Shocker being one of them, and Kingpin himself. So now we're going to move on to the story. We'll come back to the villains in a little bit. In this film, we will see conflict between our protagonist Peter Parker and his loved ones around him. In Spider-Man Hobgoblins Revenge, he took up the responsibility role and was a symbol to the city. Now in this film, he will be cocky, thinking everyone likes him, but when the symbiote bonds on with him, as we've seen in the post-credit scene, it will enhance his cockiness to a whole different level, leading him into a much darker arc. So as we've seen in the post-credit scene, Kingpin is really trying to get after Spider-Man. So now in this movie, he's really trying to rack up as many villains as possible to go after Spider-Man. Now on to why is he using Mr. Negative? Well, Martin Lee in this whole film basically is trying to find a cure for him and his daughter to get rid of this corruption and this energy. With the reason being, when he was a little boy, his parents were scientists working in China, and they always had this fascination with dark force biology. And he really hated what they were doing, so he ran away. And they kept trying to use him as a lab dog. So when he was getting older, he started getting into gangs, working for Silver Fang and the Snakeheads. And it was his only option to survive out on the streets, so they had him traffic people from all over China, illegally importing them there in the US. So one day he got tired of it and he just quit. And then that's when he made his way over to the US, and when he arrived, his parents found him and took him in for a punishment, hey. So, they did that, this and that, and they basically experimented on him. The last thing he knew, he woke up to him laying down in a hospital bed, and the reason being is his parents got killed in an explosion from the experiment. So he went out to hiding after that because the Snakeheads were looking for him at the time. So that's when he joined Fisk, because he knew the Kingpin would protect him, and so he did. So after the Kingpin is using him as his lab dog, he just decides to quit because he thinks Spider-Man is a symbol to the city. So he just quits, and when he quits, he doesn't have the money anymore. Basically, after this, he threatens to kill his daughter if he doesn't do the mission, and he still quits. So he's on his own path now. He's stealing money from banks and whatnot, going to different scientists. Actually, one of the scientists being named Dr. Wallace. He was the one who actually helped his parents create this dark force biology energy. Now on to the Shocker. The Shocker was going to be in Spider-Man Hobgoblins Revenge. Actually, he was mentioned when Roger Kingsley was calling Herman for some money, but Herman declined it because he was also having money problems. So basically, Herman is going to be going to the Kingpin to get money, and the Kingpin is going to give him this task for the money, whatnot. So that's basically the Shocker's main premise of this film, just to get money for him and his business. And yeah, you see, Mr. Negative in this film won't be your typical villain. I want him to have some sentimental value to him. And right now, we don't have a release date for the film because the script just got finished and we're still revising it. We're also still casting people for characters, and we're also looking for people to be a part of the crew, whether it's VFX, trailer or TV spot editing, makeup artists, etc, etc. So there's going to be a lot more, so stay tuned for another announcement. Yeah, thanks for watching.